Then put the Blazers in rotation from there.
Avdia on the high screen, turns the corner, laid it up and in with a beautiful.
Blazers have this lead right now because of Denny's 2 buckets. This one, he's letting DC try to run to the basket, and Khalil Weir retreats but then steps up, but Denny still scores. And when he's going to that right hand, it's so fast, he's so strong, and one MVP.
Here is Kamara leaking out ahead. Avdia, the long lead pass, saved by Kamara. Holiday, the okie doke. He looked him off. Wiggins stood while Holiday scored, and the Blazers out to a tremendous start, leading 15-3.
Drew is a trickster, ain't he? Remember he did that to them in Utah as well. He had 2 guys running to the top of the key. He goes at his own pace. He looks people off. A slight ball fake. Opens up the hips of the defenders.
For the Blazers. Both coaches pushing buttons here in this first quarter. Avdia from the top. The 3 is off. Rebound grabbed by Murray. Good hustle play to win it. Off to Grant. Look at him go through the arms and to lay it in with the left hand, feathering it up and in. Here's a diagonal. Jovic intending it in the corner to Larson and threw it by him and out of bounds.
JG had to go up high to get this one, to snag this, corral it in. And it's a good job from Chris Murray to give Jeremy a jump ball to catch rather than trying to make a direct.
5 attempts a game. He's for real. Avdia centering here to Grant. Wicked crossover into the lane. Count if it goes, and he is fouled. He heads to the line.
Length. He got him with that long crossover, that long lean that puts you to sleep, makes you think he's going that direction. It then crosses low beneath the knees and then leans into the defender. Yeah, JG has been.
And Norman Powell scoring a bucket. Norman Powell was held scoreless in the first quarter. Picks up his first field goal here, as does Murray with a 2-hand jam.
Good give and go.
Jovic turns the corner. Hook pass outside right to Holiday. He's got Denny and Murray with him. Waits for Denny to get into the lane and pumped it up and in, banking it home. And there's Holiday again with that veteran guile.
Well, you're exactly right, Kev. He waited for Denny. That wasn't just a random occurrence. He's letting Denny roll closer to the rim so that they can expose the mismatch. And now he's 1 dribble away from a turnaround.
Heat by 7. Jeremy Grant the other way to the baseline. Flipped it up and in on a reverse. Count the bucket. A circus shot by Grant. Looked like he was cut off, didn't have any oxygen, and just unfurled that right hand and flipped it in.
He's got that in his game. He's got that. He gets around the basket, becomes a slinky, and like the flexibility is crazy, and he can. That time Wiggins was able to get back in front of Denny.
Off 1 foot. Snakes a pass in there to Clingan for the 2 hands.
Finishing.
Need to get more of that on the offensive glass. Just 9 second chance points for the Blazers in the first half. Here's a kick out, intercepted by Holiday. He's got Sharp with him. He'll stroll right by Mitchell, who had to make a decision, and he laid it in.
Drew used Shaden's athleticism to get his own self a shot.
Mitchell the other way. That's broken up by Clingan. Tamani free forms into front court with a transition 3. Got it! Tamani Kamara giving the Blazers the lead. At 80-79, 7:26 to play here in the third. Blazers on a 15-5 run.
But here goes Drew. He knows he can get Mitchell to respect a potential lob to Shaden, so he fakes it, fakes the pass to get his own bucket. And welcome back to Monty. Welcome back to Miami, to Monty.
Parker in Miami. Okay. Into the lane. Avdia inside to Williams. Dumps it to Murray for 3. Good rip in there by CD. Reload, score, and a foul.
It's a big play. That's the kind of play that if the Blazers are able to come back and win this game, they'll celebrate this play in the locker room and in film study, because they don't put a body on CD. He goes in there to attack that offensive rebound, and they
long ball. Hawkes the other way into the lane. Challenges Robbie. Swats it away. Rob Williams at third with a swat. Denny comes the other way. Full head of steam. He corrals one man. Knocks down. Smith enters to Fontecchio. It's loose. Scoops it up. Jovic slapped away from behind by Sharp. It's on the floor. Rob Williams goes to the deck. Shovels again to Avdia. Zigzag dribble, and he comes, arcs it up and in, draws the foul, and has a primal scream for the end zone fans as he's heading to the line.
Kev, this was so good from Denny because he faked him out. Watch him dribble to the middle of the floor is just to set up the ability to come back to the right. He's even using his right hand as he's dribbling. Look, he's going left with his right hand. And that's just to get the defense shifted over so he can...
Greens flares out. 6 to shoot. Off to Sharp with 3 to shoot. Shaden's got to make a decision into the lane. Extends a right arm by Jaquez and scores. A beautiful move and the Blazers' first lead in a while. And a 100 play. Brought to you by McDonald's. Blazers bring it right back. Sharp sails in and laid it up and in with 2 hands.
There goes that defense from Ceedee, and now the hit-ahead pass gives Shaden an attack angle.
Sharp with 18 to go with 8. Speeds out of backcourt. Zigzag dribble into a spin. Blindsided, but there's Sharp to gather in and pack it with 2 hands, and he draws the foul.
So I like the mentality from Shaden after the technical foul, because immediately on that defensive possession, he got really physical on that baseline, almost daring them to call that against him after calling a tech that he didn't agree with. He transitions and turns that into an opportunistic catch off the ball.
For tonight's doings, we're tied at 112.
Yeah.
Jovic finally makes a mistake. He lost it. Denny squirming for it. Holiday keeps it alive. Here comes Murray for the flush. And the Blazers take the lead. And the Heat call time with 7:16 left in the ball game.
Well, something the Blazers didn't do in that first half was force turnovers. Not at the rate we're accustomed to. They only had 2 steals. They lead the NBA in 11.6 steals per game. This is a huge one here to force a Miami Heat timeout after Chris Murray glides in.
Holiday will enter. Clingan keeps it eye level, trying to avoid 2 defenders outside to Avdia. 14 to shoot. Holiday at 3. Yeah! Drew Holiday reads in a triple. We're tied at 123. 3:25 to go in the ball game. Oh, he had some mustard on that one, Lamar.
Yeah, he did. Another situation where Drew throws a form of a hit-ahead pass. He goes down to DC, who very easily and should power that up. But for whatever reason, he didn't feel comfortable going up with it. He made the right decision for that moment.